Alrighty, well, here we go. So on this one, we're going to do the z-test for proportions. What does that mean? Well, it means we're going to be doing a situation like this. Hey, it's traditionally, 30% of our ice cream sales have been strawberry. Because obviously it's the greatest. All right. Recently, Irene, she's our manager at the ice cream shop, noticed what she perceives. In other words, it's a nice way of saying she feels. Perceives a decrease in the proportion of strawberry being sold. In other words, she's paying attention. She realizes that it used to be P equals 30. And now she feels, again, because why? Because she works there. It's less than 0.3. You with me? That's it. Put you over, get your point. It'll screw everything up. So what are we going to do, Groom? Well, we take a sample, obviously. So she samples 400 cells. You know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome into Irene's ice cream shop. What do you want? I want chocolate. I want vanilla, etc., etc. Okay. And finds out that 110 got strawberry. And then, of course, alpha is 0.05. So here we go, friends. We need P hat. 110 over 4 honey. 22 and a half, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Oh, 27.5%. There you go. Minus 0.3. Now here's the kicker, friends. When we were doing confidence intervals, we didn't know mu. We had no confidence in what mu was. But now we are going to build all of our proportions, our probabilities, try again. We're going to find our p-value, which is the probability, but it's going to be based on this guy. And so we're going to do the math. Not only it changes, we use p hat, q hat previously. Once again, we're doing a lower tail test. If somehow you end up with a positive, you screwed up. And, negative 0.98. That's not a very big z-score, is it, kids? No, it sure is not, Mr. Groom. We should use Excel. Remember the universal welcome to Freakville sign is what? Is 2 or negative 2. We have negative, not even 1, bruh. And so we get 16%. Our p-value is 16%. P is equal to 0.16. In other words, that's 1 out of every 6 days we would see this happening. That's not rare. That's not rare. We're not talking hen's teeth rare. That's not rare at all, bruh. So what we're going to say here is what? Fail to reject H naught. Because why? Because this is greater than alpha. This is our BS level. Anything less, we're going to reject H naught. What does that mean? Well, it means Irene is smoking crack again. Irene is wrong. The proportion of strawberry has not. Strawberry has not decreased significantly. Bam, done. Okay? It is money, friends. Easy money. Okay? Doing some more here. It's good times. Enjoy it. Whatever I can do for the children. I mean, it's for the children, Mr. Jim. All right, so Vincent. Vincent, what does he do? Well, he works at St. Vincent's de Paul thrift store. That's what he does. Sure. And he has noticed we are selling more pairs of men's shoes now. Or so he thinks, right? Why? Because he's the guy that works at St. Vinny's. Okay. By the way, St. Vinny's kind of like Goodwill if you've never been there. Okay. And he watches him. And gee, many Christmas look like we're selling them. But I don't know if he's stacking. Hey, we got an empty spot out there. Okay, here's a pair of old beater cowboy boots. Throw them on the shelf. See if they sell. Oh, here's some beat up old Keds. Throw them on the shelf. I don't know. This again, he's our guy, right? He's the guy that's there. He's the one that would know, right? So what does he do? Used to be, we sold 8 pairs a day. He samples. What are you doing, dumbass? We're going to go Vincent again, but Mr. Green was just doing an average, and I don't need to do an average, do I? I'm sorry. Vincent is realizing we sell a higher percentage of sporting goods than we used to. It used to be we sold 16% of our sales were sporting goods. Old golf clubs, etc. So he samples 150 sales. There were 30 sporting goods. Alpha equals 0.05. Is he right? So again, he said boom, 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 boom. P equals 16. P is greater than 16. And this is what my man said. That's what he said. I don't know if he's right or not, but that's what the man said. So again, where does he know? Well, he works down there at St. Vinny's. He would know. He pays attention. So 30 over 150 is 0.2. Under the null hypothesis, it would be this times this over that. $1.33. Is that enough? I don't know. Let's find out. Now remember, this is upper tail, so equals 1 minus norm dot s dot dist of what did I say, 1.33 comma 1. Remember, I don't think you have to put the comma 1 in the giggle sheets or whatever. 9%, bro. P is 9%. What do? Fail to reject. H naught. That's what I'm looking for, right? What does that mean? Well, my boy bet on this horse, so my boy Vincent's wrong. Vincent is wrong. The percentage has not increased significantly. Done. Let's do another one, Groom. All right, if you insist, bro. Now, you, Addie, sure. Addie works at Fred Meyer. All right. And their goal is 95%. All right. Customer satisfaction. At the customer service desk. These shoes didn't fit. This Kool-Aid tastes poopy, etc. Well, what can we do to make you happy, sir, ma'am, etc.? Okay, right? So what does she do? So she and listen, she just wants to know if that's true. She checks to see if it's still true. Checks to see if it's true. So what I'm hearing is this, boom, 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 da, 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 versus this. Okay, remember that could be good or bad. It could be better. Okay. Now, but whatever, here we go. I'm just going to do this one just because, okay? So what does she do? She samples 431 customer interactions. And let's do the math on that one. 431. 420. 420 are satisfied. Nice. 420, blaze it. All right, whatever. There it is. Nice. My phone just vibrated over here. What's this about? Nice. All right, now. So, right off the hop, Z equals action. 420 divided by 431. Mr. Groom, 97%. All right, here we go. Z is 1.9. All right, let's do it. Now recall, this is an upper tail, so of course, so far, well, okay, this one's positive, so we're going to do 1 minus norm dot s dot this, 1.9, comma 1. But now remember, friends, this is a two-tailed test. So you're like, 0.028, that's awesome. Not so fast, Hoss. You take that fella. That times S-DOS. And you get, 0.57. Oh, no. Now, so our p-value is 0.057. Oh, reject H0. Is that bad or good? No, dude, it's fine. Because if you reject it, fail to reject, fail to reject H0. So we're sticking with this guy. What, isn't that what we want? 95% customer service satisfaction? Correct. That's indeed. So that would be kind of a weird one, but yay, that's an example of one that you could do, something along those lines. Okay. Mr. Groom feels that 22% of all student questions are ridiculous. Mr. Groom, why can't 2 equal 0? Yeah. Mr. Groom, why is belly button lint lighter colored oftentimes? Mr. Groom, what would happen If I did, whatever. Yeah, 22%. Nice. However, lately, he feels the percentage of ridiculous questions has decreased. All right, cool. How do you know? Well, because I'm me and I'm him. I'm him. Uh-huh. I'll go to sleep. Don't worry about me, babe. All right, so we're going to sample a bunch of questions, yes? We're going to sample 391 questions. And, 73 are ridiculous. And because they're people, let's do alpha 0.1. I don't really care. Honest to God, I don't. Because it's all the same, bro. So 73 divided by 391. And I get 18.9 or 18.6%. 186. Nice. So Z equal minus 0.22.78 over 391. Parenthesis that guy minus 0.22 divided by the square root of 1.58, negative 1.58. So then the question is, do we reject? Do we fail to reject? Okay, now remember, the only difference this time is what? It's a 0.1 for alpha. What does that mean? Well, it simply means that we don't have to be, we aren't going to take as much BS, in other words. All right. Ordinarily, we'd let it go until it's a 5% chance. This we're going down to 10% and piss on it. We don't buy it after that. Negative. What was it? I forget. Negative 1.58. Oh, you stupid idiot. Well, yes, if you were 158 deviations below the mean, the answer would be 0. Facts. I weigh 158 deviations less than average. Hello, negative 500 pounder. Yeah, so 0.057. Do you see that? So our P is 0.057. And traditionally, we would fail to reject, but not so fast, Hoss. We are dealing with a person who doesn't tolerate any BS here. No, it's not true. We're dealing with weird people. And so we set our alpha. Actually, I just did it because I want to see if you're paying attention. But we set our alpha a little higher this time. So because P is less than alpha, we reject H naught. Groom's right. There's a significantly lower percentage of ridiculous questions now. Yay! That's it, kids. Now, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do something kind of cool. You want to be here? I can't tell you what it is. I could, but All right. Peace out, Bean Sprout.